Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another live stream for Civilization 6 Rise and Fall. Hopefully you've been enjoying some of the other episodes that I've had. Last week, we actually finished up our achievement run as Alexander. We went for the Greatest Is as Greatest Does achievement, where we had to take a city that had both the Great Library and the Great Lighthouse at the same time. And yeah, our plan to get that was to build it ourselves, give up the city, and then retake it. So I have to go watch the episode to see how that turned out. It was fun. It was interesting. But the one issue I had with it, which it was fine, it was going to be nearly impossible to do on Deity difficulty. But the fact that I had to drop it down to Prince, bugged me a bit. So I kind of wanted to look around and see if I could find. I wanted to try another achievement this week, but I'm also going to kind of combo that with just a regular game as well. So I think the goal is I found an achievement that's pretty close to the bottom again as well, that will allow us to play on Deity and play through a normal game and ultimately, most likely win like a conquest victory or something like that. So the achievement that we're going to go for, if I can pull it up, let me see. Trying to find my... One second. Trying to find the stuff. Sometimes the Steam overlay is weird. First it wasn't capturing, then it was, then it wasn't, then it was. So, one second. Let's see if I can find it, and then I will show you guys. Where is it at? Come on. There we go. There we go. All right, so the achievement we're going to go for is this one right here. The I quenched your thirst for blood. Playing as Scythia or Scythia? Scythia? I think Scythia. Maybe it's even a Scythia. I don't know. Recapture one of your founded cities from Persia. So really all this means is it's not like the one that we did as Greece. Or sorry, not Greece, as Macedon, where we had to like build a wonder and all this other stuff, which just made it really challenging. This one we just have to have a city that we lose to Persia and then retake it. We could easily do that on Deity difficulty. And so I think that is the plan. It's so basically we'll play a Scythia and then we'll put Persia in the game and we'll see how that goes. So I think that'll work. Anyway, so let's get back into the game and let's set this up. So, because I haven't actually played as Scythia before, Tamris here. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. She's got a lot of really cool abilities. She is one of the older civilizations, so she's one, from the original game before Rise and Fall. But that's okay. It's gonna be fun to play with her anyway. We're gonna play it on Deity as like I said. Let's go to advanced setup because we do need to make sure Persia is in the game. It is Persia, right? Making sure I'm not like losing my mind. I just mind blank. Yeah. Okay. So we're good. What else? What is it? Do we want to do? I don't know if there's any other civilizations we want to stick in the game. I think we'll just leave the rest of them random, and I think that will be fine. What size map do we want to go? We're going to go pretty big. We can go pretty... We'll go standard size, which is going to be okay. Because really all we care about is Persia. And it doesn't really matter if he's close to us, because we can always stick a city next to him or near him, and then, declare war on him or something like that, and have him... Encourage him to take it from us, and then go from there. I don't think there's anything else that we want to change. Game speed... Could probably do this one on quick. But no, we're going to be doing a lot of combat. We'll leave it on standard. It's going to be okay. I like when you're doing lots of combat, sometimes it's nicer to have a little bit longer game speed because it allows you to kind of get more combat done within each era. Nope, I think this is good. Let's go ahead and get the game started.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. All people will tremble with fear and respect for you, great warrior Queen Tamiris. For it is from the back of your stallion that you shall look upon and lead the Scythian people. Great epics will be told of the horse warriors that ride forth from the steppe, and at the front line of every battle, they will find you. Ride on, fierce queen, and may your friends be true, just as your enemies falter.
All right, well, he said Scythian people. It's good as anything for me. We'll look at some of the bonuses that they have here in a moment, when we can actually look at it through the Civilopedia. It has some really good bonuses. Scythia, I guess is how you would say that, is very, very strong. They receive a second light cavalry unit or suck a horse archer each time you train a light cavalry or suck a horse archer. So you're going to get twice as many units for those types of units. So that's huge, absolutely humongous. You're going to be able to field a very, very nice size army. You also get Tomiris herself, or I think you said Tomiris, I think is how you said it. All units receive +5 combat strength when attacking wounded units. So you really just need to do a little bit of damage with something, and then everybody else gets an increased combat strength, which is pretty significant. More often than not, you're going to have this +5 combat strength. And then when you eliminate a unit, they heal up for 30 hit points. So kind of take out the units with the units that you need the most health from. So again, pretty big deal. Of course, the horse archer itself, it is a replacement for something. No, I think it's just an extra ranged unit. But it does have 4 movement, which is pretty awesome. It only has a range of 1, but it's going to be able to get in there, do its attack, and then get back out again. So that's going to be okay. It does upgrade to a field cannon. What era does it come along? Horseback riding, so pretty early on, actually. And last but not least, we have the Kurgan. It's obviously a unique improvement. +1 faith, +1 gold. So some extra gold and faith. There's nothing wrong with that. And plus you get extra faith from each adjacent pasture. Cannot be built on hills. So, and I guess it gets a little bit extra gold from guilds and capitalism later on. And I can already see that we do have at least a pasture spot over here. So we should be able to put one of those nearby. Actually, how many of those can they be next to each other? It does not say anything about restrictions on being built next to each other. So I'm assuming we could just surround this if we wanted to, obviously other than the hill itself. And that would probably be an option. So the best case would be that we see Persia early. Lose a city to him, take him out, and then move on with whatever strategy we want to go with. But if he's a little further away, then we'll deal with that as we can. You know, I actually didn't see, I forgot to set the map type. What map are we playing on? It's not going to tell us, is it? No, I don't think there's a... I guess we'll be surprised then. That's all right. All right, so settle in spot. What do we got here? We got plains, rainforest. I wish it was a hill tile. That would be very nice. But we do have rice nearby, so it's going to give us some extra food. Let's go ahead and pop on the yield icons, just at least in the early spot. So that's a lot of food here. We'll be able to get some more food here. We're going to get some early culture as well, which is nice. We're going to chop the rainforest early, just by settling the city, but that's okay. We are in a very nice river, area, so we're going to have lots of options there for putting more cities along the river. And of course, we do have the cattle over here to the west, so that's not too bad. It's pretty okay settling spot. Let's go ahead and move you out first, just to see what else we got going on, and then we'll go from there. Some more silk over here, and yeah, no, I think we're okay to settle. I could move off, but any movement that I make other than here would cost a turn, and I don't see anything here that would encourage me to just make that. I mean, this down here though is, well, I say that. That's pretty nice, but we could grow out to that very quickly. But that is going to be a really, really high priority tile to get to as quickly as possible. Plus these 1-3 tiles over here are really nice as well. I think we'll just go ahead and take this spot. It's going to be fine. Getting the early culture and the early 3 food is actually going to be pretty good. Let's see here. There could have been an argument to move here though, just to be able to get the 3 food 2 production as well as this, but I think it's going to be okay. All right, we could go ahead and set up our early Kurgans now. I mean, getting a little extra early faith, there's nothing wrong with that. Plus, heading our direction towards archers. Again, not a bad idea. There's our Saka horse archers right there, along with light cavalry itself. So kind of getting a combo of kind of a 1-2 punch there of those two would not be a bad idea. We'll go ahead and grow with animal husbandry now, since we do know we're going to need that for basically everything else that we're going to do. We'll go ahead and knock out the scout, and I think that is going to be our first turn. I'm excited. I haven't played with her, like I said, so it is going to be fun. She can be a bit overpowered if done correctly. Oh, some coffee down here. That's another good set of tiles. A lot of jungle though, but that's okay. I'm not really planning on building any wonders, but that doesn't mean you can't chop the forest and stuff for units and things. A lot of jungle. Georgia, hello. Okay. I'm not too concerned about Georgia, to be honest. She's going to be able to get some pretty strong walls up, you know, fairly quickly, so just have to be wary of that. But other than that, I think I'm okay with her. Can we? How much do we need to buy this tile? 50 gold. We just got enough gold for that. We're going to expand to it in 2 turns. 2 turns of production, though. Come on. I think we're going to grab that. It's going to be okay. And, of course, we're locked in there. I do want to get to that culture as soon as possible, but we'll get there soon enough. Yeah, I'll get our scout out quite a bit quicker. We're just going to kind of make a turn around the fog, I think. Work our way around. And kind of see what else we can find. New continent, Africa. Okay, hello. Honored to meet you. Well, we're not going to be getting a religion probably anytime soon. I mean, we might get a religion, but there's no point because we got Arabia and Georgia next to us. So very strong faith producers. I mean, we will have faith production ourselves, but I suppose we could always get a religion that, well, if we got a religion, we'd have to try and protect it from these two guys. I was thinking if we had a religion, we could use it, or at least use the faith to... No, we don't need a religion for that. What I'm saying. We could use the faith to purchase units. But we don't need a religion for that. I'm being silly. So, no, that would work. So that way, since we're not really going to be going the religion game most likely, we do at least want to get us the... words are hard. Whatever it's called. Oh my goodness, I can't, my brain's thinking ahead of time. I'm trying to finish my thought at the same time. Our Pantheon. We do at least want to try to get that. Okay, go for a monument, or let's go and get the slinger out. That's going to be important. Since we are on Deity, we're going to have to worry about the barbarians again, unlike our Prince game. Got some mountains over here, so maybe a little bit of protection. Too much advancement over here. Plus all this jungle down here. I mean, if with Arabia wanted to come after me, he'd have a slow go of it.
Water everywhere.
Hello.
Nor any drop to drink.
Okay. Possibly a new city site, especially with the pastures up here. Something to consider. That's fine. Delegation is okay. Lots of jungle. Wow. Peter. Well, still haven't found Persia yet. So he's apparently not super close. We may go after Georgia early, because I have a feeling we're going to have an easier time of going after her than we will of going after Arabia south of us. Because same problem he'll have of getting through the jungle, we're going to have the same problem. So, something to consider. Just lock those two in. Excuse me, sorry about that. I don't know why I'm yawning. Got plenty of sleep. Alrighty. I'm not sure what I want to do. I don't need sailing. Astrology would be nice to get relatively early on. You know, get some more faith coming in. Can use that for a lot of good things. I think I'm going to go ahead and knock out mining real quick, and then we'll think about it from there. So we already got the boost for foreign trade. We'll knock that out, and that'll be nice. Not much visibility gain there. We'll bring our warrior, kind of circle it back up here and bring it back home. And be able to protect ourselves. Let's just realize Georgia is in a position to be able to smack us upside the head if we're not careful here. On the off chance that Georgia's about to try something sneaky. Let me get one more slinger out. Glad we got the first slinger out, though. That's going to help a little bit. Ooh, some coast. Bring the slinger back down this way. Oh, she's coming. She's definitely coming. Can we buy something to discourage her a little bit? Warrior would be how much? 160. A few turns away, so we can't do anything yet. Continue to get this warrior back home, but she is about to attack. Although, I say that, I mean, if she attacks, doesn't she get kicked back out, or does that only happen if our borders are closed? I think that only happens if our borders are closed. Three turns on another slinger. It's going to help a little bit. Wow, she's got a lot of units. Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm not surprised. I'm not... It's a surprise war. I'm not surprised. Okay, so it did... I think it did kick the units out, so that's okay. We'll move you up, I guess, for now. The other slinger's coming in, but probably too little too late. I mean, if we lose this early on, that's fine. That's what happens with Deity sometimes. Occasionally, you know, you're in a position where, you know, the enemy can just come after you like that. It's not a big deal. You just restart and reset. Usually if you can get past this first big attack, then you're usually okay for a long time. But it's getting past the first big one's the big deal. I'm going to let you advance first, obviously. I'm not going to get my slinger out of there. Not sure that we're going to have a chance to do much of anything here. One of you up here. Hopefully go after that guy after he gets injured a little bit more. I mean, we could have done something with the start. It's not the most amazing start. I would have liked to come up here and mess with this. But if we have to restart this, it's not that big a deal. Oh yeah, we're going to have to restart this. That's a done deal. Unless somehow this barbarian comes in here and helps us out by some weird reason. Let's take this attack here. Get rid of that. We have to move one of you guys out before we can attack again. Which does mean we lost an attack there, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, there's just... Could we have built just nothing but military units to get ready for this? Sure, but why? I mean, honestly, you kind of just, like I said, if you ever run into this type of situation, don't stress it. Just restart. It's okay. It's not like we did anything wrong. We just, she wanted this stuff, and she got enough units to get after it. So it does mean she's slowed down quite a bit, but it's not going to matter how she's going to take us out. I'm going to work on the warrior, but I don't think anything's going to happen here. I think it's going to... She should be able to take it with just the two warriors, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's okay. It's alright. Again, not the most amazing start. That natural wonder would have been nice, but it's okay. Alright, create game. Cyrus. We go Deity. And it was on continents. Is that what we want? Actually, you know what? Continents is pretty good for us. Because being, you know, all cavalry and stuff like that, it's actually really, really good for us. Ah, cool. Everything else looks good.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water,
Her city was pretty close. Although it was probably her second city.
Upright steps, you have come far. begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. All people will tremble with fear and respect for you, great warrior Queen Tamiris. For it is from the back of your stallion that you...
I should have put Georgia in this game. A little bit of revenge. This is a little bit better set up in some ways because, you know, a little more openness. Although we may be getting some forest right around here, but I like the openness a little bit more. We are going to also have some science from this right here, and that one over there as well, which is always good. I could take a couple turns. It would literally take 3 turns to get over to the Plains Hills. Plains Hills, if you settle on those, you get 2 food and 2 production as opposed to every other tile that gives you 2 food and 1 production. But it is not worth that much effort. So we are not going to do that. I could scoot over, settle over here to get some more of the food here. But I like settling next to the science. It's going to be nice. So we'll go ahead and settle in place. I will move you first, though. Well, it's copper. It's pretty good. Tile, a lake and stuff. I'm guessing it's a lake or is that ocean? Lake. So going with Ammon Husbandry. I think that's still the right choice. Still going to go with the Scout first. Again, I think that is the right choice. May circle back up around this mountain here or something. Preslov. What kind of bonuses you got? +2 loyalty per turn in cities for each encampment district building. Oh, wow. So if you have, like, the maxed out encampment district, then that's going to be, what, 6? 6 or 8? Like the barracks, the military academy, and just one other. I'm forgetting in my head. But it's I think there's 6, so that would be +6. It's pretty good, actually. Especially if... let me look at the achievement again. How is the achievement worded? I can't remember. Do we just have to take it back after we've had it? Like, can he take it through loyalty? It just says recapture one of your founded cities from Persia. So I think he can take it through loyalty, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. Recapture sounds more conquest oriented, but we'll see.
Several closely situated granite peaks resembling tigers' teeth.
Ooh, doubles the terrain yield of all adjacent tiles. I mean, good wonder. It's unfortunate that half the tiles, it seems, are in tundra, so double of a single food is not that good. All right, again, we're gonna... Well, I can't really circle that way because we got Preslov in the way. I guess we'll circle around the lake to the south. Some deer. Not really. Pretty much we're stuck having to go north. There's not going to be much south of us if we're this close to the South Pole, it appears. Get our scout out. You can start scouting up this way. Another hut. Nice. It's more green area up here. I like to see that. We are going to go ahead and knock out the slinger again. Haven't met anybody else, which is good, but we will get barbarians soon-ish. Silver's got some good money over here, but it'd be really hard to settle a city anywhere down this direction. Ooh, turtles. Those are some nice tiles. We may be on our own little landmass, which is a bit less good for for us than other civilizations. Yeah, that would not be good. If we are on our own landmass, as frustrating as it would be, I may restart this one. That is not going to be fun. A lot of other people I would be okay with, but she needs some wide open plains and lots of enemies to go after.
I am fond of pigs. Dogs.
I suspect that we are. Well, actually, we're going to do mining first again, like the other one. It's possible it connects over here. Barbarians. Let's go ahead and knock out a... We'll do the builder, I guess, first. No, let's do the seller. We're already at 2 pop. It's going to be fine. Although, again, it may not matter here. Oops, horses. Yep, there's coast right there. I mean, the only thing that could be is over this direction, which is very unlikely. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be... This is not the right start for us. I mean, we could build up and have good stuff, but what's the point of playing as her if we can't, you know, exercise our cavalry some more, a bit. So we'll go ahead and restart. It's all good. It's okay. At least we were going to, you know, lose our city early on that time. There's nobody nearby to take.
The first stirrings of life beneath water.
Third time's the charm.
The great beasts of the Stone Age. To man taking his first
Got this.
steps,
Come on.
you have come far.
Give me something good.
Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. All people will tremble with fear and respect for you, great warrior Queen Tamiris. For it is from the back of your stallion that you...
That's a lot of green. A lot of green. Lots of good pastures. A couple pasture spots nearby. Some desert down here. Still a lot of water. Man, these continent maps are not really continenting for me as well as I would have liked. That's going to be pretty low production is my concern, though. But there's possibly some plain stuff up here. Maybe we'll have another option for another city that has a little bit better production. The cattle is going to get us a little bit of production once we improve it, as well as the horses are going to be fine. We'll be all right, I think. We'll see. A lot more space up here. Some truffles, some more sheep for more pasture stuff. It's going to be okay, I think. Still a lot of coast. Goodness. Barbarians already. Some more pastures. I mean, again, with our Kurgan thing, getting all the pastures is a bonus for us. More down here. Just depends on whether or not we actually have anybody nearby that we can... Oh, somebody got beat up on it. I think he was a little bit low in health. Yeah, somebody's hitting him. I think this will work out better for us. Oh, it's a city-state. Of course it is. Alright, we're not going to catch that guy, obviously, with just the warriors. So I'm going to start scooting the warrior back down through here. Bring it back around to the city a bit more. Lots of pasture spots. Goodness. Wow. This is good for us in a lot of ways. Again, let's go right into the slinger. Hello. Foreign trade. Ooh, look at that. 5 food right there. All these floodplains. It's a nice little spot of land with the whales nearby. Pretty good possible second spot for our city. Couple desert hills. I mean, normally I'd like to have at least 3 or so before I want to build like Petra or something, but can make do with that a little bit probably. Hello, encampment. Alrighty. Again, we're gonna go, I think we're gonna do mining first. There are cattle, sheep, and horses everywhere on this map. I'm just gonna come down and help with that, kill that thing off. In fact, how about you get nearby and... well, just wait for a second. Wait till the warrior gets up there. But yeah, we'll use both of you guys. Well, we're gonna have an early target, possibly, and we definitely want to take him out early. So, yeah. How about that? Pantheon. Where's the pasture one? +1 culture from pastures. Let me go back. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure that will by far be the best thing for us. There's so many pasture options for us. There's a lot of other good ones, but it's not like we need culture for a lot, but honestly, I don't focus on culture too much, so getting a little bit of passive culture from our pastures is just going to be a way to keep us kind of in the mix of things, so I think this is going to be good for us. Gonna have a lot of them, and that is okay. Okay, so you're going to move down here, get next to that. That'll make you a little bit safer, because you'll have to attack across the water. That'll be good. Although there is a negative defensive modifier because it is floodplains, so you might actually get beat up on. Or alternatively, Toronto could be beating up on you. Can I do any sort of combination here? No. Let's wait till Toronto does a little bit more before we attack, because I'd like to take the... I'd like to take it. I mean, the best thing would be able to get our slinger down here. Don't see that happening. We already got a Pantheon. I mean, the gold is nice, but since we already have our Pantheon, I'm going to go straight into the production. It says you can kill it straight up. Done. Nice. Some good potential down here. And that's Zulu right there, though. He's going to come after this stuff as well. So we're going to need to build up early. Probably get to our light cav early, although the problem is that Zulu... Let me just refresh myself. I believe his unique unit is a spearman, correct? Maybe not. It's a medieval unit, so we have some time. It replaces the pikeman, but it doesn't say... Oh, it is anti-cavalry. Okay. No, we're good. So I mean, I say we're good. We're not good, but it is what I thought it was. It means that we have to be careful with our cavalry. Now, granted, our range unit should be able to take them down pretty nicely, but any light cavalry that we build will have a little bit of a tougher time with them. So we'll want to mix in some warriors or swordmen to go after him. So I think it's going for an early settler is the next thing we want to do. And warrior's going to come home. You're just going to start moving up. Don't see any barbarian encampments yet, so we're going to go ahead and just alert you. I think we're far enough away that Zulu's not going to come right after us right away. But we may settle our warrior kind of somewhere here in the middle just to kind of keep an eye on things. Just to make sure we're not surprised again. Not that I was super surprised last time with Georgia, but she did have a little bit more than I was expecting. Probably just park you on the wheat, and that'll be alright. Or maybe on the woods. Ooh, never mind. Hello. Really? My R key's not working?